This video is just really going to be on the Russian Red Lace Snakeskins. Mainly because they're really pretty fish, real nice strain. And my breeders, I have 3 tanks of breeders, and a couple of them are getting close to being near the end. They're peaking out, basically, is what I'm saying. So I fed them some live baby brine shrimp to get them all out. These are the males in here are the nicest ones I have. The females are very large. As far as rotund, they're probably going to drop babies pretty soon, which is why I have all these plants in here, which is thin leaf water sprite. I have a couple problems with this line, which other people may have with their lines. One is I occasionally get some males that do not have the intricate snakeskin pattern on the side. Those I cull out. The other problem I seem to have with some of them is I'll get bunches of babies from them, and they'll be about 70% male, which is unusual. The temperature doesn't seem to affect it. I've tried it, adjusting the temperature in the different tanks. But after a few drops, the females, as nice as they look, will end up thinning out and really not recovering. So in the I think the 3rd tank, I have a female that just had a drop of babies, and she's thinned out pretty good. So that might be something she doesn't recover from. But these females are going to drop pretty soon. This is another tank of them. I also have the fine leaf water sprite in here, and these are really beautiful fish. I love these fish, which is why I tried to come up with the black lace snakeskins, of course. And eventually, at some point, I'm going to try to come up with a blue lace snakeskin. That'll be whenever I get some free tanks. There's a young one in there now. So these females are pretty good size as well. And they go after the live baby brine shrimp. And the reason I do a lot of videos with the live baby brine shrimp in there is because it gets the fish out. And you can see them going after it, and it makes my job easier getting something interesting on film. Because otherwise they're going to hide in the plants. Because I do have, I'm going to have to thin this out. This is one giant water sprite, thin leaf plant, and it's huge. This is a 10-gallon tank, and it's taken up literally 3/4 of the tank. You can see how deep it goes back. So these fish are great. I love them, and have a couple of really big ones in there. One of the biggest ones is not in there anymore. It's one of the ones I sent to Chicago as a wide-tail entry, which nothing happened with that, but the fish came back. It's doing great, and I have him in his own little tank recuperating, where he's just going to relax and probably be for the rest of his being. But you can see how pretty they are. Real nice, intricate pattern on the body. Pretty intricate pattern in the tail, too. And they get a pretty good sized dorsal. So another thing I have, I found this really cool tank somewhere in a dollar store, actually. And I put it up top here. This is what the tank looks like. I think it holds about half a gallon. I have various size baby red lace snakeskins in there, but since it magnifies things, you can kind of really get a look at the live baby brine shrimp that they're going after. So it's kind of cool, something different. It's a male starting to develop. And anyway, this is it's interesting, and this is what happens when I get babies out of some of the fish, and I don't have a place to put them. So it's a pretty cool tank. I think I got it at like Pier 1 or something. So another tank I have, which is, this is like a, not really a cull tank, it's black lace snakeskin cross that I'm doing. And I have some like this one that are really nice black lace snakeskin, and I have a few that are red, which are in there somewhere, and I have these 2 albino females. And this one's like got a little bit of red in the tail with the black. And this one's a red lace one. So since they're all related, I have them in here, and I'm just using this as an extra tank in case my other 2 breeder tanks of black lace snakeskins crap out. You know, if something goes wrong. So I don't mind the red lace snakeskins in this one. There's like 3 of them, and it's because they have a direct relationship to the black lace snakeskins. They're brothers, sisters, basically. So if I need to use them as emergency breeders, I can do that, and then just pull out any red ones that I get in the next drop. Not sure where the black ones are. There's 3 or 4 of them in there. There's one back there. They're pretty nice. They're really, it's a cool looking line. I hope to perfect it so I can start selling them. I really only have about 10 of these males in 3 different tanks. And then I have an emergency 2.5 gallon tank with a trio in there, just in case everything else craps out. And it sounds nuts, but in the past I had some expensive fish, and the main tanks crapped out when there was like an airborne kind of guppy disease going around from people that entered fish in shows. And so ever since I've kept some 2.5 gallon tanks with like a reserve trio, just in case anything goes wrong. So anyway, I'm going to pick this up with the 3rd and final breeding tank of the red lace snakeskins, and in the middle I'm going to put like a 5-minute video of the ones that I've culled, and I have the progress on them. So I'll be back in a sec. This video I will go over some of the Russian Red Lace Snakeskin line that I have. This part is going to be on ones that I've culled, and to see if any of them get to escape the island and join the rest of the Russian Red Lace Snakeskin race somewhere. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, The Island. It was almost good, and it got stupid. But anyhow, these were culled a while ago. I put them all into a 2.5 gallon tank with a blue background behind it, so I can actually see the fish and give you examples on why they were culled, which I know I did that before, partly. This is kind of like their final review, I guess, because now they're a little older, so this is as good as they're going to get. So there are a few in here, not to spoil the video, that are going to be unculled and escape the island, and I'll start with some of the ones that aren't. This one's a pretty nice fish, with all the other ones in the way, of course. There he is. That's not him either. It's another one. This one was culled. It's a gorgeous fish. Great pattern on the side and in the tail. Nice dorsal. It just has that big black eye spot at the base of the tail, which is kind of like the beginning of the caudal peduncle area. This one is probably going to get unculled. I initially culled them because the spots on the body were pretty big, and they've kind of gotten more uniform. So he's not going in with the general population. He's going to go in for a cross I'm working on, and so that's good news for him. This one was culled because just generally crappy. Great pattern, not a good body. It's skinny, and it's got a little bit of a bend at the top of the body head area. So he's just going to grow old and not going to make it. This one looks great. He's also going to be unculled. Of course, this also could be the one I just showed you a few seconds ago, because sometimes I'm stupid. This one's not bad. It's got a nice pattern. Just keeping my eye on what happens with the dorsal. It's got some white spots in, white color in it, not spots. And if it turns all red, he'll get unculled. And this one has got some body issues, and it might even have a bent spine. I can't really tell. It's partly because of the pattern, but it's not a good fish, so he's not going to get unculled. And see if I can get some different ones to float in the front. That's the same thing as the other one that had the big spot at the base of the tail. This one, it's a little higher up. So it must be something in the line that could be a problem, which is why I culled them. Now there is one in here which I'm going to try to find that has no snakeskin pattern. It's this one right here. You can see that's just like a crappy red fish. No offense to Mr. Fish. But there's no snakeskin pattern in the tail or in the body. And it's got nice fins, but it's not going to make it. This one's not good at all for any reason. And trying to find some of the other ones that are... that's the one that had the big spot. This one's not bad. No, now I lost him. So this one's not terrible. Once again, the dorsal's a little bit light. And a couple of these aren't terrible, but caudal edge is not great, meaning that little back edge of the tail. This one's just too old. And that's the one that I'm not sure about. Could have a bit of a spine issue. Could just be the way the snakeskin pattern is. So that's most of them. I thought there was one other really good one in here. So that's not it. And that's not it. And that's not it. So, well, there was two good ones in here. This one's not bad. The has the bigger spots in the body, which there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't like it. And that one's going to go in with a cross that I'm working on. This one might, because it's a pretty nice fish except for that spot. And considering the cross that I'm doing are two unrelated strains, the spots may not matter much. So anyway, that's enough time spent on the culls, and I'll get on to the fish that I'm going to keep. Alright, this is the third tank I have of red lace snakeskins, Russian red lace snakeskins. And this one's a little chesty. I guess he was a former stripper, chesty Russian red lace snakeskin. But these are doing well. I have this is like the third tank of the breeders, and these are not the grade A ones. These are, I didn't quite cull them, but like this one has, I don't like the black dots on the side. I can handle one or two, but this one's got too many. Same with this one, which has pretty nice fins otherwise, and some of the other ones. So this is like a reserve line, because that spot, it's gotten too big. Same with trying to find the other one I just had on there. Anyway, so some of the females in this one, once they have babies, they really kind of crap out. This one just had a drop of babies, so she's very thin, but just the way the body looks, I'm not sure if she's going to recover from that. So keep my eye on that, because that may be kind of the end of the line for her. And I have another larger female in there, and I have a few younger females that I'm trying to get hit by these males, which it's another one. So anyway, that's the goal with these, is to keep it going. I have a few things I want to improve with them. But as far as the shape of the fins, absolutely fantastic. It's just really getting the larger black splotches out. I have on a few of them. Now I have a couple in here that don't have the black. Well, that one's got them. I had one somewhere. They seem to develop late. This one's got them. So that one's not too terrible, and neither is this one. So this one's one of the better ones. So that's just my personal preference. I don't think it means anything. Some people don't care, but I really would like to get the black spots out of them if I could. I'm not sure how to do it, because a lot of times it develops late. So I'll put in young ones that don't have the spots, and then in about 4 months they develop them. So that's just one of the problems with the line. But other than that, they're great. Love it. And it's probably one of my favorites, other than the Marlboro Red Deltas and the Black Moscows and about 5 other lines that I can mention. So anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, just let me know.